Welcome to StoneMagpie for another whip and chat. Honestly, I wasn't planning this one, but I just had to do it, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I did wonder whether you would be interested in seeing how I'm getting on with the Spring Stream canvas from Dreamer Designs. So I am now working on this one. And what I will do, I will show you the whole canvas at the end so that you can see how much I've done and how much there is to go. I hope you're all well this morning. At the time of recording, it is Sunday, the 15th of May. I won't be posting it today, but I needed to do a whip and chat after the Eurovision Song Contest last night. Woohoo! UK came second. Ukraine came first. Well done, Ukraine. Absolutely amazing that you were there and able to take part. So a good second for the UK. Well done, Sam Ryder. Now, last night, let's start again. This weekend, my husband's been away in Germany, and Friday, my son Ben arrived home. His washing machine is broken. You can already tell where I'm going with this, can't you? So he arrived home Friday tea time, and I immediately got the washing machine on and did a load of washing for him. Luckily, it's been a very pleasant weekend weather-wise, so I was able to get a load of washing dry for him. Hooray! Because that's, it's a bit touch and go sometimes in the UK weather-wise, and I definitely didn't want to have to use the tumble dryer with the electricity prices at the moment. So, so it all worked out really well. It's always lovely to see him. And when he asked me if he could come home at the weekend, I did say to him, well, I do need to do a diamond painting video, so perhaps you should go home on the Saturday and it'll give me more time to do some recording. You see, I am committed. Anyway, when he arrived on Friday, we then realised it was the Eurovision weekend because we haven't really seen that much about it. So I said to him, because when he lived at home, we used to watch Eurovision together all the time. So I said, it's Eurovision this weekend. I tell you what, why don't you stay until Sunday morning and we'll watch it together? So he said that was a really good idea and he'd really like to do that. So, yeah, Mum came round on Saturday afternoon for a cup of tea. So we saw my mum, which was lovely as well. We had a game of Scrabble, which I won. Do you know, it's just been one of those win-win-win weekends. And so we shared a bottle of wine with them and watched the Eurovision once they'd gone home. I have to say, the Eurovision, the music this year was very ballady, wasn't it? So sort of halfway through, it got a little bit slow, I thought, because I like the typical Eurovision pop. When it's Eurovision, you want that sort of song. I'm not particularly into that music, but I wanted Eurovision music. And I suppose that's what I got, but in a different way. So by the time it got to the results, and by the way, I had been awake and up since 4:25 on Saturday morning, because I'm waking up really early and I don't know why. And I can't seem to get back to sleep. So instead of staying in bed and getting cross with myself, I'm tending to get up really early. So I was very, very tired. By tea time, I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to make it to Eurovision without a little bit of a nanny nap. Anyway, I didn't have a nap. So by the time it got to the end of the song part of the Eurovision, I was feeling rather tired. And usually the UK don't do that well in the point scoring, you know. So I said to Ben, I hope you don't mind, but I think I'm going to record it and go to bed and I'll watch the results in the morning. Why don't you do that as well? And he was like, no, I want to watch the results. So he stayed up and I went to bed. I read for a little bit and then fell asleep. At about 11 o'clock, I had Ben shouting, Mom, come on, you've got to see this. We're top of the leaderboard. I was like, don't be ridiculous. You're having me on. Anyway, he got me out of bed and said, you really need to watch it. You need to watch it live. So I got up, got my dressing gown on, bleary-eyed, went back into the lounge. Wow, I couldn't believe it. And we had Graham Norton saying, this isn't a glitch in the leaderboard. This is actually happening. Incredible. I have to say, thank you to the countries that voted for the UK, because it's been a long time since we've been on that left-hand side of the leaderboard. Oh dear, it was so exciting. And Ben was just beside himself because Ben's 23. And like I say, we've watched it for years and never been on that side of the board. So he was just like, this is amazing, this is so exciting, because he's never seen it before. Whereas, I suppose in the 80s, we won with Bucks Fizz, Making Your Mind Up. I will have been, oh gosh, in the early years of secondary school at that point. But Ben's never experienced that. Like I say, it's always been where we hardly get any points, if any. So he was just so excited. And we just got caught up in the atmosphere of it all. It was just fabulous. And to see Ukraine as well, we were just so thrilled for them. Anyway, so we watched the results, and of course, when the telephone results come in, it changes everything. So we were really quite nervous. And I said at this point to Ben, I said, I'm quite happy if we come second or third. I don't think we'll win with Ukraine being part of the competition and the way that things are there at the moment. Second or third, and, you know, that would be brilliant. So when we came second, I was absolutely over the moon. And it was so lovely to see Sam Ryder there being interviewed in the green room, because that's not happened for a while. And he is such a lovely, positive person. I mean, absolutely perfect for Eurovision. A really great ambassador for the competition. So I'm just so pleased for him. Well done. It was a fab song and he looked amazing. With his spangled suit on. Oh, it was just happiness and joy, absolutely. Oh, so we had a really lovely evening. So when I dropped Ben off at the bus stop this morning, I thought I've got to go home and start a whip and chat and talk about Eurovision, because, well, we don't know when it's going to happen again, so I'm going to make the most of it. So tell me, who watches Eurovision? And did you enjoy it this year? How did your country do in the competition? Now, I know that America doesn't take part in the Eurovision for obvious reasons, but they have their own competition now, I believe, between the states. Each state has a song. I've not watched it, so I don't know how it works, but it's just a great celebration to be brought together by music. That's what I think anyway. And, you know, united in that. It's a healthy competition, which has got a little bit political in the past, but there we are, you know, putting that aside. So yes, let me know if you watch it and what you thought about this year's. I have to say that it wasn't the UK song that was going round and round in my head as I woke up this morning, again very early, although today it was 5:25, so an extra hour than the night before. But it was the slow motion, slow motion. It was that song that was going round and round in my head. I think, if I remember rightly, and I'm not 100% sure, I think it was the Spanish entry. So that's got a bit of an earworm, hasn't it, to wake me up with that going on. Whereas our song, the UK song, was all about "It's only space, man." Yeah. Fun. Just, yeah, harmless fun. So I thought I would do some diamond painting before lunchtime today. A little quick whip and chat for you. And I'm using my new diamond pen. Oh, I absolutely love it. I really do. And because it's got the dried flowers in it, I think it's perfect for spring stream. What do you think, with the dried flowers capsulated within the pen? So what have you been up to this weekend? If not Eurovision, tell me what you've been doing. I hope that you've had a lovely time. Have you had family time, or have you been working on your own diamond painting and just enjoying your own space? Have you had chores to do and just couldn't wait to be done so that you could sit and diamond paint? Let me know. Ooh, a bit out of practice with this one. I think I might need some more diamonds. Because on this pen, I've really just used it for my elation picture, and if you saw that whip and chat, you'll know that there's not often that I use this multi-placer on that. However, this multi-placer is my favourite sort. It is a 4-placer, and I just like the shape of it. It's not too thick, and I just find it really easy to handle, this one. It's just getting used to the weight of this pen with the multi-placer. But as I say, I am loving it. I tell you what as well, I know it's like the Eurovision special, I think, this whip and chat. But I really liked the inserts of videos that they put on before each band. It did look a little bit random with the sort of portraits of the acts on random parts of the country. That was a little bit weird, but actually seeing the towns around Italy, I thought was really interesting, because I've never been to Italy. I would love to go. So seeing all of these different places and how different they all look to each other, I thought was, yeah, it was a really nice way of seeing some of the country. Because it had like mountainous regions, it had cities. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that. So sometimes, oh, and that, there was a massive waterfall. I can't remember what they called it now. Oh, that was beautiful. So that might have to be somewhere that I put on a list that I need to go and visit one day. When I need one of those holidays where, you know, that you don't have to, I think at the moment I'm in need of a holiday where I can just plonk a bag down and sit and get some sun and rest. that sort of holiday. Whereas Italy, I think, would be one of those where you'd need to be out and about all the time and discover all of these sorts of hidden places and beautiful scenery and just gorgeousness. You'd want to sort of tour around a little bit and see it. Whereas I think, yeah, I've not had one of the beachy pool stop and take it all in type holidays for quite a while. So I think that's next on my list before I go exploring new places. So, in fact, that reminds me that I'll need to check my passport because I think it's due to expire. And from what I've heard, there is a bit of a backlog in the UK for passport renewals, so I might need to get onto that. I'll make myself a little note. Where's my pen? To have a look. Yeah. So if you watched my recent Elation Whip and Chat, you'll know that I talked about doing this canvas at the same time, which is completely opposite to the Elation, because this is a square canvas, as you can see. Excuse my voice, I don't know why it's got all croaky. Yeah, so this is a square, whereas Elation is a round. And also this one is slightly more colour blocked than Elation is. So there is so much confetti within Elation that I am enjoying taking a bit of time out sometimes from it and going back to this one. So I'm swapping about, and I really appreciate being able to do that and having both such beautiful canvases on the go at the same time. So although I'm not using my multiplacer loads and loads in it, I definitely am going to be using it more as I go along. Right, so that was number 2. I think we'll do these square boxes next. I have noticed on this canvas, and I'm not sure if I've mentioned it in a Whip and Chat before or not, but sometimes, and it's not this particular colour, the colours look quite different to what they appear on the canvas. The printing doesn't match up sometimes with the expected colour. I think the lime green that's down, that was a bit like this. I will point it out if I do a colour and that happens. There is a pale pink within the canvas that looked more lilac in the printing. So it's been quite a surprise because you sort of look at a canvas and expect it to look a certain way. And then when the diamonds go down and it looks brighter or just different to what you thought, I quite like it. It's a bit of a surprise going on as diamond painting. And I know that Diamond Art Club have done that quite recently. They've printed some of their canvases in a way that you can't really tell what the painting is going to be like when you're finished it. So I like it. I do, because you do an unboxing and you think, oh, what will it look like? This one, not so much so. There's just a little bit of it in this one. If you want to see what I mean, have a look at Lizette's diamond painting channel, because she unboxed a Diamond Art Club one, and it was of a, I can't remember the title of it now. I might have to link it below so that you can find it easily. And I'm going to watch out for that one to see how that ends up looking once painted. I think it's quite exciting. So it's not like a mystery, like the black and white mystery ones where you don't know what the picture is. It's more like it's been printed in like a negative, or without the actual real colours on the canvas. So yeah, I'd quite like one. Like I say, this one is just the odd different colourway. I really want to be able to show you now, and I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the number 4s. Yeah, no, they are quite similar. So I hope that will have a colour so that I can demonstrate what I mean. Oh, I didn't check whether this was going blurry. Oh no, I don't think it is. Because sometimes when I get the camera angle and then I'm diamond painting, putting my hand in and out of the camera blurs the canvas as I'm going along. Nearly made a mistake there. But it doesn't look like it's doing that, so that's good. One thing, did you see me slide that diamond into the right square there? I very nearly put it on the wrong symbol. I always mention that when I'm diamond painting on camera, I'm a bit further away than I usually am when I'm diamond painting and not recording. So I've got my reading glasses on, but I can't see them as well as what I would normally. Anyway, so I put the diamond in the wrong place there, but because it's a poured glue canvas, I was able to slip it into the correct place. That's harder to do on a double-sided taped canvas, just so that you know, if you've not worked on one or the other. You tend to have to pick it off a double-sided taped canvas rather than slide it. However, I would say once you've placed the diamonds, and it's recommended really that you give them a good press down either with a roller or put something heavy on the top when you finish diamond painting, the diamonds are guaranteed to stick to the canvas for life. So don't be worried about the glue. If you have an issue, you can always contact Dreamer Designs and let them know, and hopefully they'll be able to sort something out for you. I've never had to do that, but these are my first 2 canvases from them. But I just wanted to let you know that there is that sort of reassurance there from them. This is the A symbol, and there's just a little scattering of A symbols about. That was that one. Yeah, I think that was it. I can see I missed 2 of the timer type symbol there. So I'll put them on my hand. They're stuck together, those ones. Let's give it a... If you rub it between your fingers, sometimes they come apart. That wasn't like a static cling, that was them just a little bit stuck together. So always worth trying if your diamonds are starting to... I mean, you can do that with static cling. It depends how strong the static is, though, as to whether that will work. Right, I'm going to do this line symbol here. That's the one. You see them. Might need to get some more diamonds of those ones. I'm running quite low in them. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear it on camera, but every so often I get a little crunch as the diamonds go into place. And I love that because it means that they're sitting really snug together. I like the diamonds sitting close rather than being a little bit gappy. So yeah, when I hear that crunch, oof, I like it. There, did you hear it? Oof. I've been having a little look around some websites recently to see what's new out there, and yeah, got a few little bits and bobs that I'm interested in. So yeah, certain things are happening out there that are fairly new that I've not seen before. One of which was Spell Queen. You may have seen that I did some unboxings for Spell Queen. They're doing like a round diamond painting, not round diamonds, but the diamond canvas is actually a round shape. I thought, ooh, that looks quite interesting. I wonder how you would frame it. So, yeah. There are certain pictures as well that have been coming out recently that tempting. Let's say that. So let me know if you've had any temptations recently, if you've seen things that you're keeping an eye on or that you're just jumping in and purchasing before they go. Yeah, don't want to wait for things to come back into stock. You just jumped on it as soon as you saw it. Ooh, lots of crunches there. Wonderful. I've also ordered some different storage recently, so I'm hoping to show you that in a couple of weeks. And I have got my eye on some more beautiful diamond pens. Yeah. I might have to save up a few pennies, I think. Yeah, I might have to do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you know, and try and decide what I'm going to treat myself to next. I think I should have used my multiplacer for this bit. In fact, I might just swap for the final few. So I'm hoping to post this quite early on in the week. So, and then later on in the week, I'm hoping to post a different video, and I've got, let me think. I think it's going to be the Gemini Zodiac Circle, which I have edited and got ready. So if you are a Gemini, then watch out for that. And if you are not a Gemini, you may still find it interesting anyway. So do keep your eyes open for that video too. Gives lots of information about Gemini, what they like, what they are like, what pets they like, things like that. So what gifts you might want to buy a Gemini. They are really fun videos to do, and I do learn a lot when I'm doing my research for them. I'm just going to do this little symbol here. Can't find it. There it is. Yeah, so I hope that you're enjoying the Zodiac series. We've had Aries and Taurus so far. Gemini is next, being third in the zodiac circle. So even though we are in the 5th month going into the 6th month, in the zodiac it's slightly different. It starts with Aries in. It's the end of March, isn't it? Right, we've got this little, you know, like Neptune's spear thing, but the opposite way around. I'm sure it has got a proper name. Neptune's. Now then, this is one. If you see here, there's only a few of these symbols, but they look sort of greeny, yellowy on the canvas. They're quite close in colour to this diamond here, and yet the symbol is correct, and it's this bright orange. So this is what I mean about these little surprises sometimes. Pop them in. They don't look anything like the colour depicted in the printing. Surprise! Right, I'll do this next. Ooh, what a beautiful colour. Oh, that is a Suzanne lipstick colour if ever I saw one. Ooh, I'd love one, that colour. Yummy. Oh, I tell you what it also reminds me of. It reminds me of the raspberry ripples in a raspberry ripple ice cream. You know, that real yummy, sweet, juicy sauce that you can get in a raspberry ripple, or that you can pour on the top of a vanilla. Oh, you can tell it's nearly lunchtime. Oh no, I can't start talking about food. It's going to make my tummy grumble. And you know that catches, don't you? If my tummy starts rumbling, then yours will as well. It's like yawning, isn't it? If one person yawns, the whole room ends up yawning in like a Mexican wave. So, yeah, no, let's come off the subject of food. Oh no, hang on, before we come off food, look at this beautiful colour. It's a bit like watermelon. Lovely. Right, I promise I'm going to come off the subject now. Ooh, it's a lovely colour. Oh, and this morning, being Sunday, I took Monty out for his Sunday walk this morning round the countryside, which I put in one of my whip and chats previously. And do you remember me talking about the cow field? And I was always a bit nervous, and the cows come and move into the field for certain parts of the year. Well, this morning, I was really, oh my goodness, sorry, I've just got to see, oh, it's lovely. This morning, I was really, really surprised. Not cows moved in this time, 2 beautiful horses. Oh, they're so lovely. Oh, so I took a photo so that I could show you these 2 beautiful brown horses. Oh my goodness, their coats were so shiny. They look so healthy. They're absolutely beautiful. So I wonder whether that field is rented out by the farmer or somebody to help, I won't say store animals. I don't know what the phrase is. what would it be? Not house them, because there's no stabling, or, you know, it is an empty field with a big tree in the middle, with the public footpath going through it. So anyway, yeah, I was really surprised. But again, because I had Monty with me, I wasn't quite sure how these horses might react. So it was a little bit like an older foal, probably a foal and its mum, but not a baby foal. Anyway, you'll see from the picture. So I thought, I don't really want to walk to the stile, walk through the horses in case it upsets them. So I decided to go the long way round, over the road, and along a bit to the next stile. So anyway, yeah, it was a lovely surprise, especially as I was talking to somebody only yesterday about horses. So, you know, one of these spooky happenings that, I don't know, I don't believe in coincidences. So the fact that this field normally has cows in it, and then I'm talking about horses yesterday, and suddenly the horses are there, to me, it means something. I just don't know what yet. I'm not enlightened to what relevance it might have, but I'm sure there is one. Going to do these dots here. Again, these dots on the canvas, I hope that you can see these little sprinkling here. They look like a dark green to me, but they're not. They're more of a very dark brown-black colour. So we'll pop those in. Well, there's two down here too. I think they may well be the branches. Do you think popping through? I'm not quite sure. But that is beautiful, that tree with those colours on the tops. Ooh, lovely. We'll do these little arrows. It's like a little U-turn arrow. Oh, another different red. This one is 304. Okay, let's use a multi-placer. Now, I am here on my own with Monty at the moment, and isn't Monty being a really good boy? Because, you know, sometimes he's at the window shouting at the birds. I probably shouldn't speak too soon, but he's been very, very good today, letting me get this done without interruption. It took me a while to find this symbol then, because on the canvas the symbol looks red with this arrow, but actually on the sticker it looks more brown. So that took me quite a while then. The diamonds themselves are sort of, it's not quite a plum, or maybe it's a damson. Yeah. So so now we've kind of got another thing going on. We've got the diamonds looking slightly different to the canvas occasionally, and now we've got the stickers looking slightly different to the symbols on the canvas. It's not a big deal, it's just an observation, but wow, that took me a little bit of time then. Okay, let's see what these two little arrows are like. Oh yeah, that's better. A darker green, only two of these, so I'll pop them in my hand and take them out. And I only do this for speed, if you've not noticed before me doing this little trick. I did it more with my Josephine walls because instead of pouring them out in the tray, I do that and then I can just clutch my hand to turn them over if I need to. So can you see some of the diamonds here are the wrong way round? So I can go like that and it turns them. Not all of them, but we won't need to use all of them anyway. Oh, there's some more here actually. I probably would have put them in the tray if I'd noticed these little group down here. Right, they're all the wrong way around now, so let's do that trick again. There we are. I just find it slightly quicker sometimes, that's all. Right, we've got these little bows. There. A really, really bright, gorgeous pink. I was just looking at the colours then to see whether I thought this could be like a rhododendron hedge, because in springtime the rhododendrons bring out these pops of really bright, vivid colours amongst green. I'm not sure they are yet, but they could be, unless this is a different sort of bush down here. I'm not sure. Anyway, we've finished this bit of section. So, I was just wondering if I could show you some of the lilac that I mean. Let me have a little look. Is this one? Yeah, this arrow. I thought it was this one. Can you see? If I move my canvas over a bit, you might see this one better. Here we've got the arrows to the right. This is the symbol here, look. Am I on? Yeah, there. And on the canvas it looks quite like a pale lilac, but the diamonds are definitely peach. So when I put those down, you can see some here, the sprinkling here. It looks so different. This is part of the spring tree here. Beautiful. So I'm going to put the number 6s in, which is this lovely soft lime green. Look at that. That is just a super, super colour. And I cheated because I started a new section during the whip and chat, but I am going to leave it there and show you the full canvas so you can see how much I've done so far. This canvas is an 80 by 60, so I can just about get it all into view, minus the corners at the bottom. So that's what I've diamond painted so far, the full top row and the section that we've just finished today. I mean, I did uncover this little section, so really that should be covered too. You know, I shouldn't really cheat in these reveals. So that's what I've done on the painting so far. I'm going to show you a bit more closer up. So here is the right hand side of the canvas, which we've just been working on here. And that's the start. Remember when I was talking about the layers of colours in that background there? Look at these layers here with this colour blocked sky. It is incredible. I absolutely love that. And the spring tree with its ABs sprinkled through it. I will get a closer up view of that for you as well. It is an absolute joy to work on. In this closer up view of the spring tree, I hope that you can pick out the ABs. We've got some lilac ABs here, we've got whites, and we've got pinks. I'm just going to show you, if I lift it up, just how shimmery these diamonds are. I hope that you can see that when I move the canvas, and I hope that you can pick out those AB colours as well. Let's move to the left-hand side. So here over on the left-hand side, we've got a darker tree here. It's got lots of different greens in that. And then you can see the purples and blues here. That's going to go down into another tree below. You'll see the start of the cabin roof here, and then the foreground tree in front of it. Look at the detail there with those branches, and I think that's like a mountain in the background. Lovely, lovely colours. Thank you for joining me for this whip and chat and for the spring stream update. I really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed watching the video, then please do consider subscribing, and I will see you again next time. In the meantime, enjoy your own diamond painting. Take care everyone. Bye.